Hey guys, what's up? So a lot of things are going on in Samsung's stable right now that might have caught them off the guard, but the company is planning to release the successors to their most popular smartphones, the Galaxy A52 and the A73. Now, if you haven't been living under a rock, you would know that Samsung is caught throttling the performance of the latest Galaxy S22 series using the game optimization service. In fact, they have been found guilty of doing so on handsets as old as the Galaxy S10 series. As a result, Geekbench has banned the past 4 generations of Galaxy S handsets from the Geekbench browser, including the S10, the S20, the S21 and the recently launched S22. Surprisingly, the Note line seems to be unaffected by this and thus hasn't been banned as of yet. Samsung has responded to the controversy by saying that GOS is used to prevent its devices from overheating. It did confirm that a software update will be released in the future to add a performance priority button, which will force GOS to prioritize peak performance over everything else. Even if Samsung's intentions were not malicious, I think they should have informed users of what the game optimization service was doing and provided an option to disable it in the first place. Moving on to another bad news, the company has been hit by a cyber attack that has resulted in a lot of confidential source code data being leaked online, including the source code algorithms for all biometric unlock operations, bootloader source code for all Samsung devices, secret source code from Qualcomm, source code for Samsung's activation servers, and the full source code for tech used to authorize and authenticate Samsung accounts has been leaked. All of the leaked data adds up to almost 190 GB. The data not only exposes proprietary information about Samsung's product, but also lets hackers develop new ways to bypass security on Samsung devices, which is scary to say the least. Anyway, since that's out of the way now, we can focus on the exciting bits, and the entire spec sheet for the Galaxy A53 has leaked online, giving us a glimpse of what Samsung will bring to the table with one of the most popular upper mid-range phones in 2022. So if you look at the design, then there isn't a major difference between the current and the upcoming model. However, the camera bump on the back is slightly changed in the sense that it now curves from the back panel like the Oppo Find X5 Pro, which looks slightly more refined. Apart from the slightly changed design, you still get a quad camera setup at the rear with a 64 megapixel primary camera with OIS, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 5 megapixel macro, and another 5 megapixel depth camera. What's interesting is that apparently it will be able to record 4K videos at 60 FPS and 8K at 24 FPS, a feature that has been exclusive to more premium Samsung phones, but I'm still a bit skeptical about it, and I'll tell you why in a bit. There's also a 32 megapixel selfie camera on the front residing in a tiny center punch hole through the display. Talking about the display, we still get a 6.5-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED Plus display with a 20:9 aspect ratio, but with a 120Hz refresh rate, which is an upgrade over the 90Hz display of the A52. You will get Corning Gorilla Glass fire protection on the front, and I would have said on the back as well, but Samsung continues to use plastic for the A series of devices, which isn't that bad, especially since the quality is good and it comes with a matte finish, but a glass back just feels that much more premium. Coming to the processor of choice, it seems like Samsung has decided to go back to the Exynos route for the A53 after a brief stint with the Snapdragon on the A52 and A52s. They'll use the Exynos 1280 SoC, which hasn't been announced yet and most probably will be announced with the A53. However, we do know that it will be clocked at 2.4 GHz and come with a Mali G68 MP4 GPU. You'll get 6 GB of RAM and 128 GB of storage with the base variant, though you'll be able to expand the storage with a microSD card of up to 1 TB. Coming back to the rumored 8K video recording feature of the A53, and as I said, I don't think that is possible as the SoC itself won't support it. According to Ice Universe, the Exynos 1280 ranks below the Exynos 1080. Now the 1080 doesn't support 8K video recording. On top of that, the Galaxy A73 is rumored to be powered by the Snapdragon 778G SoC, which doesn't support 8K video recording either. And I don't think Samsung will give you a feature on the A53 and not provide it to the more expensive A73. Moving on, the A53's battery will be bumped up to 5000 mAh from 4500 mAh, which should give it a much better battery life compared to the predecessor, while charging is still capped at 25 watts. Talking about charging, so according to rumors, Samsung is looking to strip away chargers from entry-level phone boxes like the recently announced Galaxy A13 and the A23. So they might make a similar move even for the A53 and the A73, especially since these are upper mid-range phones and cost a lot more, and it is a lot easier for them to do so. The mobile retailers in Europe have confirmed this, so seems like it might be happening already. The other thing that Samsung has stripped away is the 3.5mm headphone jack, so the A53 will be the first A series phone to do that, while the more premium phones have been skipping it since the Note 10. I guess it does kind of make sense. I mean, the Note 10 was launched in 2019, so it had to happen. Just move on. Apart from that, the phone will come with the usuals like the IP67 dust and water resistance rating, NFC, and will be launched with One UI 4.1 based on Android 12, and it might as well qualify for the 4-year software support strategy that Samsung has announced recently. So it might receive updates up to Android 16, which can't be said about any other mid-range phone. Heck, not even the Pixel 6 series will get Android 16. It will be launched in a bunch of colors, and Samsung could really use some nice colors since the design is basically the same. We are hearing it will be launched in white, black, blue and orange. which does look good at least in these renders. What do you think? Anyway, it might be announced towards the end of the March for a price close to 449 euros, which is the same price the A52s launched for in Europe. So it's good that you don't need to shell out more for it over the A52s. So do let me know your thoughts on the Galaxy A53 down in the comment section. Do you think Samsung has done enough to call it an upgrade, especially over the A52s, which comes with the Snapdragon 778G? I mean, the only area we see an upgrade is, I think, the battery, but you do miss out on the 3.5mm headphone jack. So let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more tech videos like this. I will see you all in the next one. Till then, bye bye and stay safe.